It's 1070. The Danes are back and at it again. The summer before, a fleet of Danes had sailed up to join the Anglo-Danish attack on York. However, this time, the Danish fleet is led by the King of Denmark himself, Sweyn II. 1071. Hereward the Wake and the Rebellion at Ely. The Danish fleet sails to East Anglia and sets up on the Isle of Ely, in the middle of the fens. The fens are a marshy region, and the Isle of Ely itself, in 1070, is surrounded by water and swamp, making the area ideal for the Danes to defend. If William is to attack, he'll need the local knowledge of safe routes through the marsh, or he'll meet a sticky end. To make matters even better for the Danes, East Anglia is part of the Danelaw, so Sweyn is easily able to make alliances with the locals. One of these locals Sweyn teams up with is a local rebel leader called Hereward the Wake. Hereward is a local thane who'd been exiled under Edward the Confessor. During his time in exile, he'd fought as a mercenary in Flanders. However, upon his recent return, in 1069, he'd discovered that his lands had been seized and given to a Norman. At the same time, the Archbishop of Peterborough, not far from Ely, had been replaced by a Norman called Turold. Hereward isn't too happy. In fact, he's been fighting a guerrilla war, one where small bands of his rebels attack the Normans by surprise, then immediately disappear back into the local population and scatter, meaning that the Normans can't retaliate. Concerned about the riches of Peterborough Abbey falling into the hands of the Normans, Hereward convinces the Danes to raid the abbey with him. The raid is successful, particularly for the Danes, who sail off promptly back to Denmark with the treasure. Earl Morcar of Northumbria and his men then come down to support Hereward's campaign. As William and his Normans advance, Hereward and Morcar prepare to defend the Isle of Ely in a final standoff. It is thought that William probably bribed local monks to have them show him a safe passage through the marshes, and consequently, William is able to capture the isle. Morcar is captured and imprisoned for the rest of his life, whilst Hereward manages to escape, never being heard of again. The defeat at Ely marks the end of the large-scale Anglo-Saxon rebellions, and thus William's rule is secured once again. 1071. Hereward the Wake and the Rebellion at Ely. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and tell all your friends. I don't think I've shouted out my Twitter yet, so if you want updates on when videos are coming out and random insights into my thoughts, then go follow me on Twitter at alongtimeago_YT. Also, don't forget about the Quizlet flashcards and practice questions that you can find in the description.